This Transmissions Trips to the Store video is brought to you by PrimeToys.net. Check out PrimeToys.net for all the newest Transformers and third-party figures. Also, don't forget to listen during the show for the discount code offered to Transmissions listeners. PrimeToys.net. Collector-grade toys without the collector-grade prices.
Welcome to the Transmissions Trips to the Store, where we show off all the cool Transformer stuff we got this week. This is part of our regular Transmissions podcast, which you can check out at www.transmissionspodcast.com, right down below in the show description.
The clicky is down there.
In addition to all our regular guys, you know, myself, Charles, Yoshi, Jeremy, Daryl, we've got a special guest, Mr. John Paul Bove. Hey, JP.
Sorry, I'm reading one of my stories a minute. I won't be long. I've only just learnt to read, so.
All right. While he's reading,
I'll put a bookmark in it. It's fine. I'll come back to it. What's happening? What are we talking about?
Go Butts.
Cool.
You like those?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Voltron character, JP? Let's keep this on topic.
It's this sheet of cardboard.
All right.
which combines with this bag to form cardboard in a bag. That was only $180.
It's a deal.
Is a deal.
Yoshi, why don't you tell us who's sponsoring this fine quality entertainment on YouTube?
I will be happy to, Charles. Let me just randomly pick a contestant. Trips to the Store is brought to you by Value Village, and today's Value Village ad was written by Tacoma Prime. Value Village, when you want an escort but can only afford a hooker. Value Village. This is what happens when I don't pre-read these.
Today's show is actually brought to you by...
Don't lessen this.
PrimeToys.net. Collector-grade toys without the collector-grade prices. Use our code TRANSMISSIONSMARCH to get 10% off your order at PrimeToys.net. Sound good?
I guess.
Do it.
I'd rather have 10% off Value Village.
I'll take 3.
All right, Daryl, what do you got? Show it off.
Fuck, do we have time for this?
Probably not.
I'm just gonna do the vacuuming. So.
Well, I did all of my shopping this week at Value Village.
Uh-oh.
So I have I was able to find these guys. These are mini cons from the Cybertron series. So this guy is Long Arm. He's a little green dude. Long Arm there. This one is, I think this is Blast Charge, if my research is correct. Blast Charge. And from what I can tell, this guy came with 2 other guys in his box that he combines with and becomes some kind of giant gun. I don't have those guys, so. And then this guy is Payload. So, and he's kind of cool. He becomes a little car or all-terrain vehicle if you want, and he's got this little string that comes out from him, like a
winch.
A winch, yeah. And then there's a little roller. There is a little a rubber roller on the bottom that when you roll the car along, it actually winds it up. So that's kind of neat. I never really cared too much for these guys, but they were, all in the same bag, so I got them. One of the other things I picked up, this is Transformers Prime, Optimus Prime, and this is the deluxe class version of him. I do have a Voyager class version, and And yeah, so he's kind of neat. This is a good design. I actually really like this design of the Optimus Prime, and it's pretty neat. I no guns. There's no gun, and this guy came with a sword as well. So there was yeah.
Thanks, Obama.
And Value Village had this like clip card or whatever, where you like if you spend so much money, you get these like little clips, and if you got to the end of the card or you filled the card, you got 30% off. 30% off at Value Village. I know, it's amazing. So I was saving it until I found something like worthy of using it on, which doesn't generally happen, but I did. And this is him. This is Primus.
Whoa.
Yeah, they had him there. He was $13, and then I used my 30% off, so I got him for just over 10. So that's pretty good. But
Gotta find something worthy of the 30%. It's a whole $13.
hey, what are you gonna do? When the stuff I usually buy is $3, then 13 is a lot, right?
I saved $3 with my 30% coupon.
What makes this even better is it's Charles Ragnar, not Yoshi.
The
Oh God.
I'm gonna continue if I can.
It's only been 5 figures so far, Daryl. Keep going.
This is the last one. The figure does have both of his missiles, which I expected to not be here. But the one thing that he is missing, which I'm not surprised, is this the like lock that he has. So if you want to transform him into the planet, you gotta really scratch up your finger by sticking it in the hole there.
Oh, Daryl.
Really?
You're better than that.
No, I'm not. But yeah, that's what I picked up this week. A lot of thrift store shopping.
Very nice. Very cool. All right, let's go on to our guest, colorist extraordinaire, John Paul Bove. I know you've got something special. Show it to us.
Okay.
Not that thing, the other thing.
Oh. Yeah. Just I haven't. I do have a.
Can we define what special means?
Capital S. I did. It was my birthday recently, and I did. It's buried too far in the cabinet to dig out. I did get a Combiner Wars Bruticus, who's lovely. But the thing which I have to hand is this masterpiece hot rod, and
Wow.
if I it's really nice. When have any of you got him yet?
No.
No.
He's very. When you see him next to Masterpiece Hot Rod, the other one, he's quite magenta. This guy, whereas Rodimus is quite, like a warm red. So they do actually look quite remarkably different when you put them next to each other. It's quite nice to see the difference. And if I just, I've got a tape measure here, and I can just demonstrate that he's bigger than a tape measure. So that's useful if you're viewing this at home. If you're listening,
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Does he come with his own Matrix, or is that borrowed from MP10?
that is borrowed. Yeah, I did have him in. The Matrix has been sat in Rodimus's hands for some time, and now I have him stood in front of Rodimus, recreating the sort of enlarging
Nice.
aspect. So, yeah, he's really good actually. He's much nicer in the flesh than I think he looks in photos. And a lot of the things I was a bit iffy about, like the flatness of the chest, actually looks much better than the other one. When I see them together, the flat chest looks better than the with all the plates kind of tucking back. So actually, I'm a massive fan of him. I wasn't sure what I was going to think of him, but I really, really like him.
We
And
were
and
really concerned about the backpack.
it's not really any worse than the other version, to be honest. It kind of looks bad from one angle, which is kind of, I guess, like kind of that. But really, kind of generally, he's pretty good. And the way it all tucks in back there is kind of ingenious. I don't know but it does hide quite nicely. But pretty much most of the angles you'd expect, he looks absolutely spot on. So I think particularly because of figures like Hot Rod, where they were never really designed as toys first, in order to actually get them looking as close to the animation model and still transform, there is a limit, short of magic, to hide some of the elements from that. But he's a really, really good figure, and I actually much prefer his face as well. It's got a much so I just think he looks perfect. So yeah, he was kind of a. I wasn't necessarily in love with him when I purchased him, but I really, really like him now. I've got him in my hands, which
Very
is true.
nice.
True of the other thing I was going to show you as well. I was told off. I was outvoted. And that's where the tape measure would have come in handy. It's bigger than that as well.
Nice.
And that's it for me. I bought comics, but who cares? They turned to mulch in the garden. Didn't read them.
Better than turning into envelopes.
Oh yeah, I've got one signed by Jose Delbo. I've just got mulched. Fine.
We have to go to JP's house to save the comics.
I've got everything signed by John Roberts. Everything.
All right, Jeremy, take us
Well,
on.
it's the wrong show, but I got some Superman duct tape.
That's really sinister. I don't know why.
But really, I've got comics because I do care. Got lots of comics. First one is Transformers number 50.
Hey, that's a nice cover.
That's an awesome cover. This is the subscription cover C, done by Casey Collar and some British guy,
Never heard of him.
Jean Paul something.
I think it's
Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah, it's a very nice cover.
Very hot.
Yeah. So that came in. That I was hoping this would be in by the last show, but I'm kind of glad that it didn't get delivered until last Monday, so JP could be on the show.
I sadly don't own my own cover. I got sent a bundle of comics, and not one of them was the one I worked on.
Ouch.
So,
Well, your name is also not on the cover, nor on the interiors. I looked and.
Yeah, I only did some of the book, so I wasn't expecting to be on the cover.
I couldn't find the credits page in there. I don't know.
Oh,
It's in the middle.
at the back.
It's in the middle between at the end of the main story, before the
Okay.
backup.
When I flipped through it, I just didn't see it. Then I was at the Madison Mighty Con today and picked up a boatload of G1. These say $3 on them, but they were actually, if the price on the comic was between like $1 and $8, it was $1.50. So
It seems like unnecessary math.
they were just trying to get rid of a bunch of comics. So I've got Headmasters
Ooh.
number 2, 3, and I bought 4 again, even though that's the one I had from my childhood, but that one's all torn up. So I got 2,
Nice.
3, and then 4 with the aforementioned Hot Rod.
You need to rebag those.
I probably will once I get more in.
Because of the stickers they put on the bags, you need to rebag those.
Okay. Yeah, it's just I'm completely out of bags and boards right now.
Okay.
So.
Christmas present idea.
Hopefully, I get some more before Christmas. All right, and then I also got the G1 number 15, Robot Master.
Ooh.
That one, the spine is a little bit worse for wear, but it's okay. Then I got number 41. I'm not sure what
That's a good
happens
one.
in some of them, but that one just has an awesome cover. And then the last, next to last one is number 42. Which is Power Master Prime. And then the last one I got, this was from a different vendor, and this one was $1. G.I. Joe and the Transformers number 3.
Sweet.
So,
I approve these purchases.
thanks. And that is all I had. I did also see the same place I got most of those comics in their higher price bins. They had an IDW Spotlight Shockwave for $40. I'm like,
Whoa.
What?
yeah, I was like, why is this $40? And I look at it and stuff. It's like some retailer convention exclusive. So it was kind of, the text was foil. So I guess that makes it worth more, but I wouldn't pay $40. Anyway, that's all I got.
Spotlight Shockwave was a great comic.
Yeah, it was, but I don't know if it's a $40 comic.
Yep.
But yeah,
Was it signed or anything? Or?
nope.
Wasn't
It
it?
was just the text had this like
Like a foil.
foil on it, and it said it was like some retailer convention exclusive, so probably a low print run.
That variant should show up on the TF Wiki.
Yeah.
All right, Yoshi, what do you got?
Okay. So I'm in the process of fucking moving. My office is a complete goddamn catastrophe. This might actually be the last week I show anything for a while. I refuse to pull a Daryl and just constantly show Metroplex.
Is that because you don't have a Metroplex?
Mostly.
You show your duct tape every week.
Yeah, I could. I could do it this week. So, way back when, I showed off this pencil bag I got off of eBay. I upgraded. I found one unopened with the ruler and the pencil sharpener and the fucking eraser in it. And the ruler's, what is it when the image shifts?
So,
Like a hologram.
Lenticular.
Lenticular. The ruler's a lenticular. This is pretty fucking cool. It's dated 1985. I just like this kind of shit. Let's see. This is a calendar. Very elaborate fucking calendar with action figure art. And then on the back, it kind of explains about the different figures and who they are. And that came with a G1 sticker sheet.
wow.
When I was in Portland, I picked up a hat, a winter hat, that is reversible, so the inside is motherfucking Decepticons.
That's cool.
And last is an eBay purchase of 8 rubber tires that will fit on a G1 Optimus Prime. Went out on a high note, motherfuckers. Charles, what do you got?
All right, I have nothing this week. Nothing new. Sorry. But let's pull out some stuff from the vault. How about some digest books? Here's Transformers Prime. And
Have you got the
Transformers.
Metroplex you can show us, Charles?
I do not have Metroplex.
Oh.
Transformers Animated. Volume 1 and 2. So if you didn't watch the shows, you can read the books. They have lots of screen caps of the show with word bubbles. Oh no, that's actual art. Sorry. Transformers Prime is actual art. I think the
Charles, if you're not
Yeah.
going to research this before you come on,
the animated is the screen caps.
There is a Prime book that is screen caps, but it's probably different.
Also,
don't defend him. He got it wrong. we learn by acknowledging our mistakes.
I tend to have a reputation for not opening my toys, so I'm going to show off something I bought and have now opened.
Is it a
This
lettuce?
is my...
Oh.
This is my Iron Factory Ultra Magnus City Commander.
What the fuck is on the right side of him?
It's a shield thingy.
I don't think I ever took
Shield
that part
gun
out of the
thing.
box.
Yeah.
It's
So
like
this
a
is
bunch
the
of different.
second
You
time
can.
you've shown
It's like 10 different guns you can mount on.
It looks like
this
a
guy came with a
fucking
bunch
tumor.
of guns. Guy came with a whole ton of guns. So.
Yep.
So this is the second time you've shown this? So
Yep.
This doesn't count?
It's a cool little figure.
I'd like to point out that I can see Metroplex above your head now. Yeah.
Yeah, now he has to be able to have it on every show.
And right above him, right here, I believe, is Unearth. A lot of glare there, but
That's the
yeah, I
comic
can see
book.
that. See it
That's the comic book John Paul wrote, right?
and colored.
Yes.
And,
I wrote
and
it.
signed, I believe, right?
Yep.
I mean, we
That's
paid good hard money for that.
now. You did.
It seems like if you were acknowledging an artist like that, maybe some previous artwork that he promised you should have been delivered.
I'd like to point
I mean,
out
that was prime advertising right there.
I'd like to point out that I never actually promised anything. I've just been hounded and I've capitulated. There's a difference.
I got you up there on the wall right beside Dan Slott, some other writer guy. I don't know who you ever heard of him. He writes comics too.
Yeah, I think he writes some obscure title like The Incredible Arachnid Child, for one of those small novelty publishers. I forget who.
Yeah.
Timely.
It's not important. Yeah, it is timely. I think you're right. Yeah.
All right, that's it for trips to the store. Thanks everyone for watching.
Can I just ask, did you buy a lettuce as well this week? Because that seems like a question I need an answer to now.
No lettuce this week.
Oh. You'd leave it in the packaging anyway, so.
I bought some celery this week.
Now that's news.
Now that's a story.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Don't forget our sponsor, PrimeToys.net. Collector-grade toys without the collector-grade prices. Transmissions March for 10% off your order. You can donate to us directly through Patreon or PayPal.
Zach proves that almost weekly.
Yes. It is weekly. It's not almost weekly. It is weekly.
It is weekly. Yeah, you're right.
And you can also give us some nice reviews on iTunes and Stitcher. That always helps the show out. Leave us comments, feedback on our website, on social media. Tell John Paul Bove what a great colorist he is and all the comics he's worked on.
Better yet,
Lines of
write
news.
to IDW and tell them to credit the man once in a while.
Vote
All right,
Trump.
guys.
Vote Trump.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Later.
Toodles.